SCU lists, and now there'll be 2 games where I play against them today.
I figured it would feel bad if I came to the event not knowing how to play and I ran against someone else running 3 NCUs and I just had blank turns.
Oh.
That feels like a really easy way to play poorly and open myself up to losing. So
sure.
If I run 2 MCUs, then I'm never going to have one of those bad turns.
Yeah. Sometimes it is hard to know like those rules beforehand, especially with passing, because that's been such a contentious point for a bit now.
How many activations will you have in your list?
7.
I'm also 7.
So there'll be no pass tokens.
This will be my first game playing without pass tokens.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's funny.
So I've been playing the Rose Knights list, and that's 6.
Oh, it's 6. I didn't even count that. Jeez. Yeah, I'm going to stick with this list, I think. It's probably a mistake. I should probably do Victorian's list, but that's all right.
Doesn't matter. Oh, I have to hook this up? All right, cool. What do I do here? Just clip it on?
Clip it somewhere.
Sounds good.
Should be good.
This is fancy. I've never played on a stream before.
Yeah, we're top table. We've got the benefits. Get the bennings.
There's Sandre.
Do you happen to have the objective cards?
I do not, because I'm borrowing everything today.
Okay, let me see if I can find them.
I don't have terrain either.
That's fine, I got terrain.
Okay.
My objective cards are just a little more iffy.
And Kingsman. Kingsman, my solo. I need the Lightbringers. These guys. And so, okay, so I got all my stuff out, so this can go elsewhere.
You have a lot more vicious stuff.
You're going to need one of those. Yeah, you can take all this out of the way. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, don't need those this time. Might need these. I think I'll need another order token. No, I don't need these. Oh, sorry.
You do.
I picked out the wrong ones. I see. They're all red.
You're half right.
We've been playing the other list all day. Cut me some slack.
You've been winning, so no slack.
It's
You
surprising.
saying you're not going to go easy on me? Let me win my first tournament? Get me hooked that way? This is my 5th game. I've played once in April before this.
I mean, usually it's like, I'd feel bad about, beating a new guy, but
there you go. 4 completed games.
like usually it's like, I'd feel bad about beating up a new guy, but then he's been beating up everybody else here. Yeah.
You can still feel bad, but I get you.
It's funny, I post in the Sunday Slaughter Discord.
Yeah.
It's always like just tons of people talking, asking for help with the stats, and there hasn't been a single person say anything in like 30 minutes.
Have you checked are you on the stats Discord?
No. Oh, you're sorry.
Then you might be able to get a hold of Carlo or Mickey, because they are up until the wee hours of the morning, it seems like. Okay, so I got that and that all set up. Right.
No, you need another order token. Alright, so you've got the objective tokens, we need the objective cards, and then we
Correct.
do terrain?
Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead and actually, before deployment, I think we'll do we do the terrain first.
Okay.
So we'll roll for priority on terrain.
Let's do it again.
All
All
right.
right, you got priority.
So I got priority. So I'm gonna choose a. What do you got? A lot of dudes. Dragonstone Noble. Interesting. A bog. Add that to the pool.
Do you have much stuff that interacts with panic tests?
These guys will give you like a -2.
They got
They
vicious.
got an aura.
Oh,
It's
the
not
aura.
vicious. It's
Gotcha.
a -2 aura.
Gotcha.
Other than that, no.
Okay, I'll grab a corpse pile then.
Corpse pile.
Why not?
Then random.
2.
7.
Whoops.
Player's
That's a
choice.
7. I saw. Gotcha.
I think it's supposed to be full random, so I'm just gonna do my player's choice to randomize again. 7. The other kind of 7. 9.
There we
9 is stakes.
Okay. And my random one, I've rolled a 6.
6 is either a wall or a hedge. Let me look that up real quick. We can roll off for placement priority.
You got
For
it.
me.
Man, that Greyjoy thing, it looks way too much like a 1 at a glance to me.
Like what?
I was just thinking that this looks way too much like a 1 at a glance to me. That's going to bother me. Like, oh yeah, this is very different from like a 1 pip, right? Gotcha.
The Baron.
I mean, I
Baron
like
dice.
it. It looks cool.
Yeah, I like them a lot. They're very cool.
I just wish the noodly bits on the octopus came through a bit more clearly.
I rolled a 6, right?
Yeah, you rolled a 6.
That's a hedge.
Cool.
Okay. I've
So,
got placement priority.
I know what the corpse pile does. This is the -1 move and the
-1
hindering.
move and hindering. Yes, removes charge bonuses.
This is dangerous.
dangerous. So it
Anything
deals
else?
D3.
Dangerous and destructible.
Destructible. Yep.
Right? And this is
Just blocks line of sight for ranged units,
okay.
but it's very difficult to actually block because you have to block like the
The
entire
entire base. Yeah. Okay.
And then -1 to move.
Okay.
Indestructible.
Cool. Is your bog placed?
Yes, bog will be here.
All right. And it just has to be not in deployment and 6 away from all the other pieces.
Yes, correct. I mean, not in deployment. I'm not sure is even a thing for
Oh,
this
okay.
one. That is only on certain ones.
Okay. Corpse pile.
Corpses. Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward mode. I don't think it has anything specific about the terrain.
Okay.
So it's probably just a 6-inch from other pieces of terrain.
Okay. Then
Whoa.
I don't want that.
Hedges are useless. They don't really come up.
Mhm.
I mean, very rarely have they ever had a potential thing.
Mhm.
All right, go ahead and draw 5 randomly and assign them randomly to objectives.
You'll accept that.
Yeah.
All right. +1 tactics card.
That's very good. +1
That is very
tactics. Defender becomes weakened on
Panic
attack.
stuff?
Panic, vicious while controlling, and may shift 3 inches. One unit.
Melee
of them.
attacks gain vicious, and that is
You can have a friendly unit shift with 3 inches when you
Okay.
score off of it.
interesting.
So
You can't shift while you're engaged, can you?
correct.
Okay.
So note that like these 3 are kind of like control while you have them.
Mhm.
These 2 are while you score.
Gotcha.
So that's when these happen.
Mhm.
These 3 are happening the whole time
All
you're
the time.
controlling it.
Gotcha.
The separation is that when you draw, you normally drop to 3. With that, you can drop to 4.
Right.
Any questions on that or anything
So
else?
if I somehow lose control of this while I have 4 cards in hand, do I have to discard down?
No.
Okay.
Because you discard me above 5.
Gotcha.
So you can only have a max of 5. That allows you technically to have a max of 6,
Sure.
I believe. Roll for choice initiative.
5.
5.
They're very symmetrical. 5.
4. Okay, so you get choice. You can choose deployment zone or choose who goes first.
This is the first time I feel like deployment zone matters to a significant degree with all these different objectives.
Yeah.
But I still would prefer to choose first or second.
Okay. So I will choose deployment zone.
Yes.
And basically I want yours, so I think we just flip these around
That works for me.
and flip the other 2, and then technically we'd flip like that, and then
Works for me. Oh, sorry.
Cool.
This was more like this.
Yeah,
That's right.
I was more like trying to be kind of annoying between the two of them.
Okay.
Okay. Then I deploy first because I chose zones. We'll just make sure that these are my cards correctly. I think it is. Reshuffle
And
them real
these
quick.
these aren't on the board. They're just here next to the objective to remind us where it
Yes.
is. Gotcha.
Correct. So when you have a tray completely overlapping it, you get basically
The ability.
card.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You get the ability on the card.
Sounds good.
But otherwise, the cards don't interact with the board.
Gotcha. I will ask you stupid questions.
No,
so.
that's fine. Like I said, I don't like to be a guy who's like, haha, gotcha. So if there's something you have a question on, definitely ask. Would you like to cut?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Well, like I don't care about the palette right now.
Just 3. Yep.
Yeah, 3. This is a 10-inch deployment game mode. FYI.
Do we see these before we deploy?
No, technically not before you deploy.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I don't remember what they are anyway.
You see them before you choose who goes first,
Gotcha.
but not before you deploy.
Sorry, cutting the deck threw me off there.
Yeah, it's fine. I guess I could have waited. Silence Men with Asha placed.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me just throw these somewhere. It's 10-inch deployment?
10-inch deployment.
Okay. Really dishes. I'm going to place my solo unit out here. The
Okay.
Dragonstone Noble,
Sure.
such that just by going forward, he should be able to overlap that.
Okay. He might be a little displaced, but since he's a cavalry unit, it probably doesn't matter too much. Oh, no, my eyes are just terrible.
Okay. Happy
You're
to
good.
shift it either way.
Yeah, no, you're good.
All right. So he's deployed.
Yeah, what are the stats on him again? He's got a 2-up,
He's
3-up?
got a 2-up, 3-up, and he hits on 3s. He does extra hits if he has any wounds.
Sure.
And he's got some sort of order, apparently, that I need to...
Okay.
Don't suppose you have yet another of these guys. Oh, actually, you know what? I can just
What do you
substitute
need?
out. No, it's fine. I can just substitute something out here.
I probably should have played my Victorian just against this one, but that's all right.
Where is our tactics board?
Oh,
That's what this is. I
yes.
see. Yep.
So
I
then
got
I
we got
turn
the
timer.
rolls in the tray
And then
the
the
tactics.
El Senecio Supremo will be the turn or the first player marker.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. This will be Bowman with Euron. So Euron will allow these Bowmen to come on the board with 2 pillage tokens.
That seems pretty good. What do they use the pillage tokens for? Anything special beyond the normal?
Not these guys, but they do have an ability called Share the Spoils, where they
Okay.
can send pillage tokens out to friendly units.
Gotcha.
They also suffer a penalty for getting the pillage tokens early, which is that whenever they take an action, they will take a wound.
Gotcha. Seems like a thing.
It's a trade.
I will place my Kingsmen over here once I figure out the range.
Sure.
10 inches. Once again intended so that they can march straight onto the objective.
Yeah.
Which I think I've got.
Reavers coming in to do almost the same thing. With Golden Company Officer.
Gotcha. Drops Stannis over here. 10 inches. I don't want to have to move with the corpse file. Don't have to. Here we go.
Okay. And these are Golden Company crossbows
Gotcha.
with brawn as an attachment.
Seems good.
He's pretty decent. He does some stuff. And then you've got Mel and Varys as your NCUs, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So ranged unit, melee unit, melee unit.
Yep.
Gotcha. Not much place I can go to not hate myself, so we'll just use it as
These guys do have
Over here.
Sentinel That's an order which allows them to make a maneuver after something in long range gets attacked.
Gotcha.
Friendly unit.
One of
long
your
range.
guys gets it. Yep, okay. I did a drop, and then I have another drop, right?
Yep. Your last Lightbringer's there.
Just drop my Lightbringers down. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Do you have anything that lets you ignore the characteristics of this?
Nope.
Okay.
No, nothing at all.
Sounds good. All right. So then I will choose to go second.
You're choosing to go second, so you're giving me first turn?
Correct.
Okay. So hi, El Senecio Supremo will come over there.
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck. Have fun.
Yes. Good luck to you too.
Okay. I'm going to activate Makoro and NCU.
Okay.
You'll go on to horses.
Horsey. All right.
You give a move action to the Silencemen. They've got a move of 6 inches, so from 3 to 9, going up to there.
That's fast.
They're pretty fast compared to what wardens, right? You got wardens over there.
Wardens, yeah, they move 4. Yep. Okay, I'll go ahead and simply activate Massey's unit here.
Sure.
Outside of Horsey's, which you've already done, do you have ways to move your units out of activation?
Just Sentinel.
Just the Sentinel? Okay.
Yes, nothing else will move right now. I can get shifts going with Wendemir, but he doesn't have any tokens right now, so he can't
How
do
does he
that.
gain tokens?
He replaces a zone with gaining a token, so he has to claim a zone to gain a token.
Gotcha. I'm simply going to march 10 up.
Sure.
Up to 11. And I guess I'll just take this card out. Over to you.
I'm going to activate Balon. He'll go into letters.
Okay.
I will make your Lightbringers weakened
Okay.
and draw 2 cards.
Weekend. Okay, I'm actually going to Stag's Wit, just to have them not gain that.
Sure.
If you were engaged, I could have given it to you, but you're not.
Then your activation.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to grab Crown with Varys.
Sure.
And simply ask you to take a. So, do you have any way to restore wounds outside bank?
Lots of them. These guys have Dauntless that does it whenever they pass a morale check.
Yep.
I have a lot of cards that do it,
Okay.
including Blessed with Stone. I have What is Dead May Never Die, which heals. Wendemir's tokens can also be used to heal.
Gotcha.
I have Ironborn Metal that heals
All right.
quite a few different ways. These guys are a prime crown target because they have 8 up morale,
Yep.
7 up because they have a pillage token.
Gotcha. Do you have any of those minus damage type rules for panic tests?
Not on these guys. I do on these guys.
Okay, so they are a terrible target,
And them.
and they are a terrible target. So I will go with this as you suggest.
Sure. Other option is that these guys also have a 7, so go to an 8. They're maybe a little bit more dangerous of a unit than they are.
Okay, I'm still gonna go with the archers, but I appreciate
Sure.
the advice.
So a 7 goes back to an 8 because of crown. They pass on
Pass,
box
yep.
cards.
Sounds good. Didn't matter who I picked. Over to you.
I'll activate a bronze unit here.
Yep.
They'll take a 10-inch march to
Yep.
12 to there.
Sounds good.
Start of your turn, I'm going to use an order. Be the
Alright.
bowman's order. They'll share the spoils,
Okay.
and they're going to send a pillage token to the silenceman.
Sounds good.
I guess I will final strike you for a whole bunch back. For 8. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna put on. So I'm gonna go with the light on the 1. I will
Grab bank.
Sure.
That's all.
Okay. And I will grab. Well, you don't have the NCUs. I'm not going to activate him. I'm going to activate a. Those with Euron,
Yep.
they activate, take an action before resolving the action, and take a wound.
Okay.
2 to 12. Actually, they're just going to be starting just shy of the bog.
Sounds good. Go with my solo.
Okay.
Start of his turn, he does a maneuver. So he'll go from 2 to 5. Then he's quite simply going to march on to the objective.
Okay.
Over to you. And I should be using these.
So I will say that these are crossbows. They're long range. Crossbows do have native sundering, which does lower your armor value by 1.
Gotcha. Good to know.
So I think in that case, they've activated and they've activated. Yeah, I'll activate Wendemir. He'll go into swords.
Yep.
He'll grant an
My
attack
guy.
action there. And then they'll take their shots.
Yep.
One thing to note, okay, they're not within short range. Within
Otherwise
short
they
range,
get
they
to
get
reroll.
rerolls.
Mhm.
Short or that ability is counted from anywhere on the tray.
Yep. Whereas
range
normally
is
you
from
can
the
measure
center.
from the center.
Yep. All right, but they get 6 dice. They hit on 3s.
Yep.
No rerolls. But it is
Good.
something. Oops.
Well,
I'm
it's like 3 misses, so 3 hits.
3 hits.
So 3 up saves. Pass
Good.
all.
Worth a shot.
Automatically pass my panic test, but that doesn't matter. So, okay. Sounds good.
Cool.
I will. So you have yet to go
I
with
have
those.
these 2 left.
And those. Okay. I'll activate my Relore, my Relore Faithful.
Sure.
They're simply going to take a march.
Yeah.
Which is going to go 10. So 2 to 12, quite simply. Over to you. They start the game with one of these fate tokens.
Sure. Reavers will activate. They'll march up to controlling this.
Obviously, it's gone. All right. So, right there.
Need another ruler or anything?
That might be helpful. Thank you. So, 12 is where I need to be there. So I would need to move more than that, but I get the shift before I attack, so I could actually just be within 14.
Yes.
So I think
Just
I just
within
need
14.
a maneuver. These guys walk 5.
They're, at this rate, they're basically the same between a march and a maneuver. Just because a march will still put you within it.
So
as well
I'll
as a
just
maneuver.
go thereabout.
Okay, that's fine. That is fine. I'll activate the silence poise.
Mm-hmm.
4 to 10.
They're coming. Okie-doke. And then I'll activate my... Oh, sorry. Start of any turn, your turn.
Sure.
I would like to pitch these 2 cards to go find a tactical approach.
Okay.
That's start of the round, so I can't play that quite yet, but I want to go grab it. Start of my turn, I'm going to go ahead and give those a weaken from Massey, since these are within long.
Is he threatening? Is that what it is?
Yes, threaten. Okay. Right, this is a game. There are orders in it. I should use them.
Yeah. Orders. Did you win 2 games without using your orders? Oh, God.
I remembered them most of the time, I'll say.
It's fair.
And I completely forgot the rest of this, but, Stannis wasn't in range for any of those, so it's fine.
Yeah,
He'll simply
long
march.
range.
So 4 to 12. Over to you.
Okay. So that should be end of round. We don't have anything left on either side.
Sounds good.
Do a cleanup.
So Yep, no scoring on
No
first turn.
scoring on first round. Some game modes do have scoring on first round.
Yep, gotcha.
This is not one of them. Oops, sorry, El Senecio.
Draw back. Take my NCs out.
Go to round 2.
Sounds good.
I'm going to discard 2 cards. Since I control this, I didn't score off, I just control it.
Yep.
I'll draw up 1 card to get to 4.
Sounds good.
And then it is your activation first.
So, start of round, I will tactical approach Stannis' unit.
Sure. And then you'll want to attach that card to Stannis' unit, I believe.
Yep, that's entirely fair. Just trying to find...
That way we keep it open. Oh, you've got little things.
I got little things.
Interesting.
Yep. That was start of round. Then what I'll do is I'll start, I think, by nabbing the swords.
Sure.
Ask these guys to take an attack. Don't think I'm going to be within range. I don't get to pivot after a shift, do I?
No.
Okay. So I
Shift is just 2 inches in bow case, 2 inches in a direction.
So I'll shift.
Putting him
such.
just in range. Sure.
Putting him just in range because I need. Sorry, not allowed to pivot, but just in range.
Sure.
And then make my attack.
Yep.
Which you don't do any of that because I don't have the priestess with this list, so I just do 7. Hitting on 3s, I have vicious. And if you fail the panic test, I get to make someone else take a panic test.
Yeah, that's good against these guys.
So, looks like 4 saves.
Sure. 4 saves at a 5 up. Save none. That's not good.
Okay, panic test, please.
Yep. Panic will be at a -1 because I have a +1 from
the
pillage.
rage token. Gotcha.
Still puts me at a not great. They are a 8 natural, 7 to 9. Sorry, I can do math. Fail for an additional
failure.
1.
Yep. And so then I will ask a unit within short range to also suffer a panic test.
Probably these guys. Actually.
So yeah, I believe I'm going to ask you. Oh, these guys are just out. So yep, those ones.
They fail for 1.
Okay.
They're 7 up.
Then I'm going to take the 2 wounds and a panic test for Melisandre, since she's influencing the zone. I will have these guys take 2 wounds.
Okay.
And a panic test. They will pass.
Okay.
At that point in time, I get to have an enemy unit in long range suffer a panic test at -2.
Okay.
Plus 2 wounds on failure.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. They pass.
So they do.
That's the way the dice go. Thank God about that. Jeez. They passed.
1 second. Cards. Yep, I'm good. Over to you.
Okay. Start a turn. They're going to send their last pillage to these Reavers.
Sounds good.
Then I'll activate Makoro.
Yep. 1 second for start of turn stuff, because my orders are all up, and I have those. So, I'm going to start of turn. I'll go ahead and tap Stannis, give these guys a vulnerable.
That's not start of friendly turn? I always thought it was.
Oh, sorry, you're right. That's start of friendly turn. Start of any turn is swap tokens. Gotcha.
Yes.
Nope, that's start of your turn, then I'm going to swap that to a panic token if you don't mind. That's probably what I should have done before I went with Melisandre, but that's...
Probably, but that happens.
Yep.
Yeah. Makoro's going to claim bags on his activation. Yeah, I'm probably going to do the shots there. Let's get them within short, or I could get more shots on that bad boy, or I can back off a little.
Up to you.
Oh, it is, isn't it? I don't remember exactly what those widgets do. Let's see the faithful card real quick.
Sure. They got crappy saves, good morale, and when they pass things, they get stuff.
Token.
Is a terrible description, but it's the best I can give you right now without
Yeah, no, I get it.
So they've got a thing where they're better when I have fewer ranks as far as one of their abilities goes, but
when they
you know,
when they get hit, but that's fine. All right, shifting to the side, shooting over here.
Yep.
Not within short, so just at 6 dice. No rerolls, hitting on 3s.
Sounds good. 2 misses.
4 left.
All right, 3 up saves. I'll fail 1.
And you
Got a wound.
can fail the panic check, so you got to take that panic check.
That is fair.
Close
He
one.
does not fail the panic check. Very close though.
Yeah.
First pile made that an almost failure. Yep.
Okay.
Anything further?
Nope, that was my activation.
Okay. That point in time, I'll activate my bows and shoot your guys again.
Yeah.
Do I have anything I want to do start of my turn? Yes. Are you within 12 of Stannis here? Yes. Please get a vulnerable on them.
Sure.
And then I'll shoot them. Do I have a card for this? Hitting on 3s. Gonna be 5.
Rolling hot. Save none.
Got 1 left.
You got 1 left.
All right, panic test.
Mhm.
Ambitious.
Yeah. Passing,
I'll
no.
ask you to.
They do not pass on
Oh,
it.
they don't pass? Okay.
No.
Sounds
Kills
good.
him. Kills him.
All right, morale test for these fellows because you
Oh.
failed your panic test.
Sure do. Fail for an additional 2.
All right, that is my activation. Over to you.
Okay.
They have gone. These have not. Hey, at least they got rid of their pillage tokens first, right?
That's literally their only point. Like, that's the only reason I bring them along for this stuff.
Yep.
Which is why I'm not too concerned about them dying.
Saves me the headache of them trying to claim objectives.
I'll activate Balon. We're
Okay.
going to letters.
Sounds good.
I will. I'll weaken those boys, Kingsman.
Sure.
And draw 2 cards.
All right, my go.
Yep.
Massey's going to kindly ask these fellows to gain a weekend. From,
is that an order?
It is an order.
I cannot be affected by orders on that unit. The Golden Company officer has boisterous charisma, as does Asha. So
Okay.
technically Stannis before wouldn't have been able to do that either. Cannot be affected by enemy orders, tactics cards, or influenced by enemy NCUs.
Gotcha. That's pretty good.
It is.
Okay, well, I guess I don't do that with Massey then. And he's just going to be kind of a useless add-on this game. So, good to know.
He threw out a weakened token on the bowman that didn't shoot, so that's something.
Okay. Well, how close are we here? Need a 5. Not my favorite number to try and roll. How is their melee?
Bad. They're not a melee unit. They typically will run away from melee rather than fight.
Then I'll activate my guy over here.
Sure.
I get a free maneuver.
Yeah.
So I get to in my rear of my base to 4. And I'm still going to be in your front arc, so I'll roll my not a 1.
So.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I was like, oh, you don't want to pivot, but you don't need to pivot.
I don't need to pivot.
Yeah.
So 4.
Cool.
Get in. They have nothing that's important there. I have Sundering, and since I have 1 wound, I deal +2 hits for each wound this unit has suffered. So
okay.
I roll 3, and you'll just take 2. So 3 hits.
3 hits plus an additional 2.
says 2 wounds, not 2 hits.
Oh,
So
2 wounds.
Oh, no, 2 hits. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So 5.
So 5.
Sorry, I'm not Gregor Clegane over here.
Yeah, saving on 4s because I control bags and I'm brawn.
Yep.
Save 2, take 3.
All right.
Is it sundering?
It is sundering.
Oh, okay. Still save 2 because it was 6s. Take 3.
Panic test.
Panic. Anything adding on to that? Just the corpse file,
That's the
probably.
corpse file.
So it makes them a 6. They're good.
All right, sounds good.
Right. I will.
They have.
Activate Wendemere.
Yep.
You're going to horse.
Okay. When do I have to do this? When you claim a zone after resolving the effect. Okay, sounds good. What you doing?
Declaring a retreat with the crossbows.
Okay. 1.
So they will move from 7 to 2.
Can't end within 1 of my base. So
I'm not going to.
Okay, gotcha.
Because after the includes the pivot.
Okay.
So
Fair
you
enough.
now can take a pivot with that unit.
Okay. Like such, I guess.
You sure?
That puts you in
'Cause
my.
I would be in your flank then, and they have not
Yeah.
activated
Okay.
yet.
Nope, that's fair. Like touch then. That's
Okay.
fine. Okay. I don't know why I thought they activated. You just shot with bags. Yep.
Yep.
I'd like to use a Varus token to get a shift.
Sure.
I get to shift up to 3. I'll simply shift Stannis 3 up here.
Yeah.
So from here to here. Then I would like to activate Stannis.
Sure.
I will simply charge you.
All
You need to roll what, like a 2?
right. You're a 4, goes 12 to that, so yeah, 2.
Not a 2.
Yep.
Snap like this, so I'm covering the objective.
Sure.
You have tactical approach, but you don't have any tokens on you right now, and I couldn't target you with vulnerable because you just say no to orders, right? So that's quite unfortunate for me, but that is how it is. It's after rolling attack dice, I get to expend the condition token, so for whatever reason you did, but I do. They roll 6 dice, hitting on 4s.
Yep. Rerolls from charge.
So, rerolls from charge. Still 4. If you roll any 1s, you will become weakened.
Did roll a 1, saved all but 1. Take 1, become weakened.
And then panic, please.
Yeah. Panic. Asha brings them to a 4. Morale brings to a 3. Corpse file back up to a 4.
Sure.
So they will pass.
Yep.
On a pass, they restore 1 wound from Dauntless.
Yep.
And they will deal a wound to you with Stubborn Tenacity.
Okay.
That is one of Ash's other things. She's got a lot. Okay. That
Sounds stacked.
She's pretty good. I've come around on her a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to activate Ash's unit, I think.
Sure.
Champion stack hitting him twice with the tactical approach. 3 times. You were down to just straight work, and I had to just basically multiple times.
How do I want to do this?
And I will not use the token cast.
Yeah, I'll activate Ash's unit.
Okay.
When they activate, I'm going to play Blessed with Stone, Blessed with Steel. I control bags, so I can remove a token.
Okay.
And remove the weakened token.
Yeah, that seems good.
As part of the attack, they're going to realign to this side.
Sure.
Then on the attack, I'm going to play Kraken's Wrath. You control swords, so I'll gain precision and rerolls.
No, seems good.
Makoro, for me, controls bags, so you become panicked.
No, seems good.
These guys are attacking with 7 dice, hitting on 3s. Gain rerolls from Kraken's Wrath, precision, sundering.
Sure.
I mean, this was happening.
Alright, so 2 precise, so these will be auto wounds.
We actually might do this.
And then 5 hits, sundering.
So saving on 4s. Did you miss any attacks?
I did not,
Okay.
so no counter strike.
I will drop 2. And then 2 more for your thing.
for precision. And then I destroyed a rank during the attack, so I will gain a pillage token.
Okay.
So your
I still need to make my
save,
panic test.
yeah, so it happens during it now. It's a change from how the pillage thing worked previously, because they create an aura around themselves.
Okay.
So it's now a -2
Sure.
with another +/-1
Sure.
from force. So 3.
Yep, so I'm looking for 9s. Did not get a 9. Would you like me to re-roll any or all?
I'll spend the panic to re-roll the D3.
Okay. 2. All right, well, that was a terrible idea.
I'll say that everybody has been doing that today for me. So
Charging into your guys and then
yeah, because everybody's like, it's a 5-up save. What's the worst that could happen? And sometimes it doesn't really stick much.
Fair enough.
But your activation.
Yep. Okay. I will. No, 1 second. Yep, okay. I'll activate Crown.
Sure.
These guys.
Yeah. Nice. There they are. So they're normally a 7. Go to 6. Go back to 7 from Crown. They pass on a 9. What's his face gives them Dauntless. So
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, he'll wound off that. They don't get Stubborn Tenacity like Asha.
Sure. Okay, over to you.
It's activated. Oh, that's dumb. Should I do that? Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'll activate Golden Company crossbows.
Okay.
When they activate, I'm going to play War Cry.
Okay.
So they take a morale test.
Okay.
They're a 6-up. Iron Resolve doesn't help them on morale, only on panic.
Okay.
They fail, so nothing happens.
Not great. But hey, if you got a card,
It was a
play it.
gamble.
Yep.
I thought it would help, but it didn't. That's fine.
Okay.
Then they will. Do I want to do this? That's really dumb. I could do that.
I don't know.
They'll declare a charge. Make it.
Okay.
I'm going to play Kraken's Wrath. Same as before. Gains rerolls and precision. Already had rerolls.
Yep.
You become panicked.
Cool. I, realizing now I forgot my rules when you attacked my other guy, so this is me being punished for that, I guess. Panicked?
Which guys?
I could have done an order when you attacked those guys
Oh,
to
for
actually
Sentinel.
maneuver out of your...
Out of
try
the
and
charge.
maneuver better.
Yeah, because these guys also have Sentinel, ironically, so I forgot it.
Yep.
So these guys only attack with 5 dice.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s. They get
cool.
rerolls and they have precision. And actually vicious.
Yep. Could actually just kill me.
So
1 wounds.
that. Rerolling all these. This is fish and precision.
Yep. You got him.
2 wounds.
So I don't get any saves, I'm just dead?
Yep.
Cool, he's just dead.
Precise will kill him.
Well, that was cool. Haven't had that happen today yet.
Yeah. So my most common opponent is a Lannister player. The Lannisters have Gregor Clegane, the
Yep,
mountain
and they
that
just do
rides.
the auto wounds. Yep.
He does auto wounds, but he's also very good at saving. So I'm very used to that kind of play.
Yep.
You did score a victory point before from killing my unit, so you can mark that as well.
Gotcha. I don't know that I have anything to do that with.
I can lend you those just so we don't forget it.
Okay. I am going to... Maneuvering isn't actually going to get me over that objective, unfortunately.
You only lose charge bonus from charging over that if you decided to go there. I don't know if that's in your repertoire. I'm not trying to influence you either way. I don't know if that's
I think it is exactly what I want to do, to be honest. Since I can't claim the objective.
Okay.
What do you have left?
I just have these guys left.
I'm going to go ahead and try this charge then.
I guess I could have taken a surge 4th afterwards, but I forgot to.
Yep. So let me just double check a couple things.
So you'll
Used
need
all
to.
those.
So you declare the charge. When you declare it, You then pivot so that you're gonna hit my tray.
Yep.
Right now you're gonna hit my tray, but it's a pretty
Not
hefty
the
charge.
angle that I want. Yep. Just
So
checking my
you
stuff.
may want to,
I'm most certainly going to
correct
pivot,
the angle
likely like such.
like that, and then you can see from
So I move
12
5.
to 3. So yeah, I'd give it to you. You move 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that should be within a
4.
Yeah, I'll give it to you on a 4. That's
Okay.
right at the line.
Sounds good. 50-50. Did not get it.
They fail, so they'll advance up to the distance they rolled,
So the rear of their tray will get to 7.
and then a panic check at a -1 because of the corpse file.
Yep. They will pass their panic test, which gives them a token.
Yes, it does.
I'm sorry, man. The dice are really going here.
The dice. They betray everyone.
Yep.
All right, I will activate my Reavers, whatever.
Sure.
They'll play raiding call. I'm not going to do this whole entire first paragraph. I'm just doing the second one. I control bags, so 1 unit gets a pillage token.
Oh, seems good.
So the Reavers get a pillage token. They're not maxed on pillage.
Anything further?
They are going to, I don't know, just scoot and stay on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, you're out.
I'm done with activations. That was also mine, so I think you just have these guys left.
Yep. So start of turn, I'm going to pitch these to go grab tactical approach.
Sure.
Is somewhere, presumably reshuffle. Yeah, reshuffle.
Yeah. And
You like to
people, no, that's fine. People will always take that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see what the rest of my deck has in store for me.
Yep.
Kill him to add like 2 paragraphs.
So let me actually add this tactical approach thing.
That's what they should do. Is just add in a deck etiquette. Maybe they'll do that when they update the rule book itself. That would be nice.
Of course, it's the one thing that's just wedged in here, so now I got to pour out the whole tray. All right. Tactical approach.
You just fished it out, right? Can you play it already?
No, I haven't, but you're right. Absolutely. Can't play that until my next turn. It's just getting it out for you. Right, that's why this is the one in my hand and this is the one that's out on there. Yeah. Okay. So that was start of turn. The only thing I have left is these guys.
Sure.
Just going to shift so that they're
Kind of threatening, but not leaving the objective.
Yep.
Okay. Then I think that's end of round.
Yep. So
we
I'll
each score one. Yep. Because I'm contesting this.
Yep.
Not.
Don't
I
you
just
score
stopped
2?
you. Oh, I do score 2. Thank you. Yeah, I score 2. You score 1. So I'll go
Helpful
up.
for you. And you destroyed one of my units here, so you get a.
Yeah, I already got that
point.
point.
Okay, cool.
So I'm at 3. You're at 2.
Gotcha.
Clear the NCU board.
That's good. Well, not necessarily good, but it is what it is.
One thing that I will let you know about,
Okay.
because it might seem odd that I've not done it, but there's a clear reason why. Balon, his once per game ability as an NCU that he gets to do is resurrect a unit.
Ah,
So
that would have been good to know.
you may be thinking like, oh, I didn't do it on the bowman. There's a clear reason I'm not, because I don't value the bowman.
No, that's fair. You'd rather resurrect a better model.
Right. So I want to let you know about that one because it
How many
might
points
come
does
up
he
if
cost
something
to
else
just give you
dies.
back a 9-point unit?
Yeah, that's what he does. It has to be a Greyjoy unit, so
Okay.
I can't do it on these guys
Gotcha.
because they're
A golden company.
company. But any Greyjoy unit I can do, even them that they have a golden company attachment, they're still a Greyjoy unit at heart.
Yep. So I'll draw 2 more cards. I am going to start a round play tactical approach.
Sure.
Um,
And then round 3, so it'll be my turn first. Where are you putting that tactical approach?
Great question.
Oh, I think what I'll
I'm going to go ahead and put it on my Kingsman.
Sure.
That's facing you. Okay.
Oh, I need to draw my cards. I still control that, so I draw
Sure do.
up to 4.
Seems good.
It is good.
I'll just go ahead.
Not when you draw the worst card in the game. Okay.
Everyone seems to think they've got the worst card in the game.
I think Greyjoy's got 2 good cases for worst card in the game. I'll show them to you if they come up or if I discard them.
Fair enough.
Well, I can tell you what they are. Finger Dance and Iron Price. You already saw Iron Price, which was the spending, because it debuffs your unit for a mediocre effect. It's pretty terrible.
Cool.
Finger Price is a card where it currently only works on melee units.
Mm-hmm.
If I put it on them, for example, and they make an attack, if you have the same or less ranks, you become vulnerable.
Okay.
However, if you attack my unit, if I have the same or less ranks, I become vulnerable.
That's a choice.
And
your units die very quickly.
Yeah, with 5 up armor saves, it's just not great.
Yep.
So I'm going to activate Makoro.
Yep.
He'll go on to swords.
Yep.
Give it attack action here.
Makes sense.
They're going to realign to this side.
Sure.
And then they're going to swing.
Yep.
They are swinging with 8 dice because they have 2 pillage tokens.
Yep.
They now gain super sundering because they have 2 pillage tokens.
Oh, fun.
So they reduce your armor by 2 instead of 1.
So I'm looking at 5s. Great. Probably just dead.
Maybe.
Not a great place to be. But if you just roll...
Yeah, there we go.
No, yeah, I'm just...
There's a lot of hits.
Okay.
So this comes back as Counter-Strike, which I fail, so I take a wound.
Yep.
So that is should be 7 hits with super sundering.
Yep.
So minus 2 to your save.
I don't like this matchup very much.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I save 1 and they all die.
Yeah. Okay, that will kill that unit. I get a surge 4th so that I don't forget to do it this time.
Clearly should not have been playing Stannis if you were just going to tell me that none of my stuff works.
Well, that's the problem, is that your stuff also doesn't necessarily work if you run your Renly side either.
Fair enough.
Because that Renly side, like, the guy behind you, Ian, I played him, he has Renly side stuff.
Yeah, I saw that you had already beaten someone else who was running the same
Zach
commander I had.
Renly.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
Zach had Renly. Ian has Martell's. Martell's couldn't do anything against me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll go up to there, kind of. Sure. It's an inch there, so to telegraph for you here.
Yeah, I can't charge them without aligning to the dangerous terrain.
And you can't charge them because they're out of your
my line of sight. Yeah, that looks like it sucks so much.
It does. I'm not gonna lie.
I do not enjoy my chances of winning this game. I am going to use one of Varys' tokens to have you take some hits now that we're done, though.
Sure. Is it 3 hits?
3 hits.
3 hits at a 5-up save. Save 2, take 1.
Sure. All right. Yeah, not the best use of Varys token, perhaps.
I mean, it's a try. Like, you kind of have to try to some degree.
So I'm going to go ahead and grab Melisandre.
Sure.
And we're just going to go ahead, put her on Horsey.
Sure.
We're going to do a maneuver over here. We're going to pivot. We're going to go back. 5-ish. That way I'm over my objective here and not in your side-facing nonsense.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll attach Melisandre. Where did her card go? Here it is. I'll attach over here.
Sure.
I'll take 2 wounds here and then ask them to make a panic.
Sure. You want to grab your dice
2.
out of there?
Yep.
So I fail. That's an additional hit too.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Over to you.
Cool. Cool. Cool beans. Beans are cool. I have, how many cards do I have? Weekend there.
So where does your unit revive when it revives? Is it your deployment?
It revives within 6 inches of flank edge, so short range of flank, or 12 inches of friendly edge.
Okay, cool.
So it's basically an outflank, if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, that just sounds really, really disgustingly good.
He's a 5-point NCU if it makes you feel any better. He does have to have the tactics board like a spot open that he can say no to.
Sure.
Like if the tactics board is full,
Yeah.
he can't. Which since it's a 5 NCU
Right.
game, that doesn't really matter.
I hear you.
Let's say your other list, if you had a Courtney,
Yeah.
could almost force him to have to
Yep.
zone if he has to take it to bring the unit back on.
Yep.
Well, I don't have to take a zone anymore, so I don't actually have to take a zone. No, but if you had your other list, you could run Olenna, which I do think was in that list. And one of her abilities is that she blanks NCUs.
Yeah, I
she
don't
can,
have that unit in the other
Oh,
one, but it's
okay.
fine.
She can consistently. She's the only thing that can stop Balon anymore.
Okay. Seems good.
He's very good. They buffed him. He used to have to take a zone for it. I think what I'm gonna do is probably activate Wendy to take bags. Give the attack to these guys. Do I want to do that already? No, I'm just gonna heal the Reavers. Yeah, that was last round.
Okay. My go?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, not going to use Varys on that. That doesn't make any sense. Cool. Most certainly not.
No. Let me borrow that R'hllor Faithful card again and
Yeah,
see what they
sure.
do before I try and kill them.
They just melt like butter.
Yeah, I know.
They're pretty much already dead.
Okay, yeah, I'm not too scared of them.
They're already dead. Cool. So, how do I make this game work for me?
What I like to say is I like to give bad choices, and I feel like I'm doing that fairly effectively right now. Just give me a lot of bad choices on what to do from here.
Yeah, I don't like any of my choices. It's true. I'll grab Crown.
Yeah.
Still score everything else.
And these guys take 2 less wounds from panic tests?
They take 3 less.
3 less.
Because
oh, okay. So they
Asha
just can't
also,
take panic?
Well, if you have
Sure.
anything that adds to it, like Melisandre adds to it.
I'll ask that
Yeah,
unit to
sure.
take its -1 panic.
So they are at a 7 to 6 from that, so they pass on an 8. I'm going to get this out of my hand and play Ironborn Metal. So they heal 1 from Dauntless.
Glad I could take the free bags for you.
Yeah, and then I'll heal the additional.
Cool. Over to you.
Okay. Yeah, Asha's going to declare a charge, I think.
Sure.
I'll lose my rerolls, but I'm fine with it. It's an auto in because they move 6.
Yep.
I think it's an auto. Well, not really. We're going to align like this, I believe. Do I care? Because I'm not blocking shots if I align like this, and it keeps you more out of Lightbringer danger. So I'm going to do that. 3. Not that Lightbringers I'm too afraid of on that unit, but hey, it's an archer that does damage. 8. Still on 8 dice. No rerolls because I went through a corpse file. Hitting on 3s.
8 dice is more dice than I think I've seen on any other unit that's not Gold Company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You should play against Night's Watch.
Okay.
So that's 4 hits at Super Sundering. So
I get 6s.
you're at 6s anyways.
I rolled 1.
You get 1.
So I get 3 guys gone.
Then a panic check and a -3.
-3.
Corpse
Lovely.
file and 2 from
So
the
I'm looking
actions.
for a 7.
Hey, you
Pass.
get it.
So
And
I
you get a
get
faith token.
a faithful, and I'm going to play after an enemy completes a melee attack.
You cannot target this unit. That targets this unit.
Sure.
Was that Final Strike?
Yep, that was Final
Yeah.
Strike.
That is the
Of course.
reason I picked this list
So cool.
against Baratheon.
Love it. Interactive. All right.
That was their activation.
Yep. Very cool. Yeah, I just do not know what to do in this game. I guess we'll go with these guys.
Sure.
I'll wonder real quick where the objective is, and I wouldn't be able to hold it if I snapped to right.
Correct.
So I don't want to do that. Do I even? I mean, I have to hit you. It just.
Yeah, I mean, you could try and retreat an inch if you wanted to and not hit me.
Yeah.
Because then I wouldn't be able to attack back potentially. Like you could go like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's probably an inch away, and you're not losing the token.
Mm-hmm.
So you could retreat. You do have to either retreat or attack. You can't just pass with them.
Yeah. I might as well try to kill you. It's a terrible idea, but I'm going to try it. So
it's not a terrible idea. I mean, they're not an invulnerable unit.
Yep.
It's just most of your damage needs to come from the hits.
Oh. I did pass that, so I do have a third token.
Yes.
I'm going to use that third token to gain Vicious and Precise. So I'm hitting on 4s. Not that Vicious is going to do jack against you.
Yeah, probably not.
Whoa. All right.
Hey, hit once.
Yeah, great. Hit once.
Oh.
Make one save for me, then you make it, get the guy back, kill my guy. I knew this was a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's Hey, I didn't make it.
Sure.
So I lose a guy.
Yep.
Then
I have Vicious,
panic
so your
check.
panic test is at
So
least
minus 3. Yeah, look at that. But I'm at a 3 up for panic, so it goes to 6.
Sure, you could fail that.
Iron Resolve and a token. I didn't fail. So yeah, Dauntless heals 1, and you'll take 1 from whatever it's called.
Yep.
Stubborn Tenacity.
Yep, I'm fucked.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. I'm probably going to kill that unit this round.
Yeah. No, I just definitely should have retreated instead of
Well,
doing
I think
what
a lot of it
did.
is that you just didn't know a lot of what's going on in the game, and that just comes with time. So it's not that big of a deal. It's hard to know for a lot of this stuff until you actually like play against it.
Sure.
Because you don't see it in action.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll activate these boys, and they'll just shoot into that.
Yep. Which is only a benefit to you.
It is, yeah. I'm in short range now, so I'll gain rerolls for these 3. So these ones are hits. These 3 are not. So 5 hits.
5 hits.
That's Sundering, so...
Cool, they're all dead.
So 5 down.
Yep.
Then panic at a minus 3. Pass.
They're alive.
And then I have to take a panic check because I shot into combat.
Yep. And they get another one of those
tokens. I pass because they have a very tough time failing, so you'll lose 1 from Stubborn Tenacity as I heal 1.
Yep. Yep. You wouldn't think of something with 5-up saves would be so tanky.
It's the healing for Greyjoy. You got a lot of heals.
Wouldn't think they'd be so tanky. All right.
If they can survive the Alpha Strike, then they really get back quick. But things like Lance Cav is very good against Greyjoys because we don't have a lot of answers to cavalry in general.
Yep.
Weight of dice, yeah. Night's Watch is really good because they can throw off 20 dice in a turn without much effort. But Night's Watch is good against everyone, but like Martells get it for quick fire and just throwing dice.
I'm going to take a walk. Get to go 10 with my marching.
Sure.
Do I pivot at the end of a march?
Yes.
There, and then I'm just going to pivot. Thereabout.
Sure.
Over you. Shit.
Not in long range, but you can shoot me. But
yeah, I get to take a free attack when they die if I was in range.
Oh, if you're in range.
But I
mean, you could have pre-measured that, so I'll let you,
by that much.
You can take it back if you'd like.
Yeah, I figured I would be there if I pivoted. And I don't think I had the pivot for it because that's as best as I can pivot. So
you could have pre-measured, so I'll let you take it back if you didn't want to end up there. If you wanted to do something else with the activation.
Sure. Do you remember where I was oriented? Was it like this?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. So, question being then, can I simply maneuver it to there?
Seems like it.
Pivot.
Oh yeah.
Maneuver.
I need to look up.
That's not going to do it. Attach it, pivot this way. Then maneuver to 6 like that. Okay. Cool. There's a way to do it, just didn't get quite as far up the board as I wanted.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
That's
That's what I did. Thank you.
Sure. I need to look up the rules for Surge Forth.
Sure.
So when that unit dies is when you get to take your attack, right?
It says when this unit is destroyed, one other Relore unit in long range performs 1 attack action.
Cool. That's clear. So that would happen before I Surge Forth, if I Surge Forth with these guys, if they make the kill.
Sure, they're making the kill.
You know, telegraphing, I have a way to kill these guys if I really want to.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I really want to.
Sure.
Or if I want to be more tricky than that. Which I probably want to be more tricky than that. Because if I don't kill them this round, yeah, there's almost no reason not to.
I mean, do whatever. You're gonna score the maximum margin on this, anyways. I don't see how you don't in 3 more turns.
Yeah, it's probably not going to matter. But so the question at hand is, I can kill them. I don't want to kill them with these guys because I know you get some defensive thing if I melee attack you,
That is correct.
and I don't like that.
Yep.
So I don't want to kill you with the melee attack. I want to kill you with the ranged attack.
Yep.
So then the question is whether that unit makes a Surge Forth, which I don't think they do. I believe only the they'd only do it if it was a melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just going to assume that they don't. They'll get a pivot, but the pivot will happen after your shots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to activate Balon. He'll go into letters.
Yep.
I'm going to play We Do Not Sow, attack replacement card. So it replaces the letters effect with an attack action.
Oh, that seems really good.
Grant the attack to the bows,
Sure.
crossbows. They'll shoot into those guys.
Yep.
If you had controlled bags, then I would get an additional heal off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, there's a lot of ways that I heal in this deck.
Well, at least you have rerolls, so I'm definitively dead.
So 5 hits.
Incredibly
Summary.
dead. Beyond dead.
So now you can take your free attack. Part of the attack is that you do get a 2-inch shift, so you can take the shift if you choose.
That's good. Am I within 12, or am I within 12 of your unit right now?
I assume so. Just out. So I don't
Okay,
think
then
I'm
I'll
touching.
shift slightly forward.
Yeah, just a little bit forward. There you go. You're good.
I think now I could probably pivot to walk to that if I needed to. So, all right, and then I get to make my attack.
Yep.
All right.
7 dice.
7 dice.
Hitting on 3s.
That looks like it's going to be 6.
Your Lightbringers have been rolling hot. That's something.
Yep, that is something. They're vicious.
And in my flank. And my flank saves none, so I take 6.
First time they've taken some damage. All right.
I mean, they took out
And then
they've been healing.
panic test at vicious plus corpse pile.
Plus flank, so
Plus flank, so minus
4. They are 3 up, so it goes to a 7.
Yep.
If they fail, they don't take any wounds, but
yep.
they did fail, so you could do the thing.
Yeah, please
shoot
do
into
the thing.
that. So then they'll take a panic check. Is there any minuses on it? Okay.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. So they're a 5, they go to a 7. So they fail for
1.
none, because they have
the
Iron Resolve.
Sure. Yep.
Well, I failed both of them.
Yeah.
I had cards not on my hand, but cards that may have cared about that. Then it is your activation. Because that shot was off of... Oh, I got to pivot first.
Yep. Anything that I want. Start of any turn with Justin, I'm going to pitch these to go grab a card.
Sure.
That's garbage. That's garbage.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
Excuse me.
This would have been great earlier. Where's the card I thought I had? Did I accidentally get... Oh, there we go. Grab that. Do I have to show you what I grabbed?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All right. Cool. Grab the card.
I think if you there's something in the FAQ about it. I don't remember. I'm
Okay.
not gonna cut.
Sure.
It's fine. I don't particularly mind whatever you grabbed.
Okay, fair enough.
Like I said, I'm not afraid of Final Strike, and that's your guys'
I
worst
can't
card.
do that. So yeah, it's like, oh, finally a matchup where Final Strike will be useful because I've been ditching that card all day.
Oh, really? It's a very
Yeah.
good card.
Never seems to do anything for me. I guess I'll just charge these guys. Like, screw it.
Okay.
I don't know.
So they're a 5 move, right?
Yeah, they're 5 moves. So I think I need a
Three.
3. Yeah. I'm not winning this game, so I might as well learn what all your shit does.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you're gonna learn probably the worst way what Reavers do then.
All right. Yep. Cool. Very fun. Don't get attacks. Just also have to make a panic test.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it. Here's my panic test. Pass.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Yeah, I'll activate the Reavers in charge.
Yeah, sure. Bet you will.
It's auto end, just not a 1 for rerolls. Doesn't really matter in this case, technically.
Yep.
So on in. These guys have Furious Charge, so you become vulnerable.
Oh, great. All right. Cool.
They are going
Love
to attack with 8 dice because they have 2 pillage tokens.
Sure. Love it.
They have Sundering Native.
Mm-hmm.
Their two pillage benefit is that they get rerolls.
Okay.
But they already had rerolls, so it doesn't sack.
Sure.
8 dice, hitting on 3s with rerolls. Let's turn this. These 6 all hits. Right. So that is 7 hits, Sundering.
Okay. Kingsmen have a 4 save natively, so 7 5-ups. Did I hear?
Yep.
Cool. Get absolutely murdered. Actually, I rolled really well, but you have a vulnerable token,
I
so
do.
they're all going to go. Certain you're going to ask me to reroll these,
Yes,
and I will die.
I am going to ask you to reroll these. Okay. So
All 7 dead.
7. Well, there's. So if you fail your panic check,
No, we got panic.
in the worst case, which you do,
did.
wow, that kills the unit.
Cool.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's a terrible roll.
You good to just shake this one?
All right, yeah.
I don't need any more punishment.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
So we can math it. At the end of this round, I would score up to 7. You wouldn't score because you're not on an objective.
Yep.
Next round, I would probably just move these guys onto there, I guess.
Yep.
I could.
I would see
score
if
up to
I could
10.
potentially kill your guys there.
If you kill them, I'd resurrect. Well, why don't we roll an attack because I don't have any heals or anything right away. So if you can kill them and I don't have, because I was gonna ditch these. So if I have
So
what
do
is
I have
that?
first activation?
Yes.
Okay. So I would have put Melisandre there.
Yep.
Attached Melisandre.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first I'd make the attack, then I attack Melisandre, see if I could actually get a kill.
On swords.
Yeah, on swords, yeah. I mean, I guess I
Because
could
then
put it on
after
gank,
swords,
but-
you could do it on to like heal up after bags. I guess that's what a lot of people do. Bags or swords are fine.
I have bronze, so bags, I guess, probably makes more sense.
Yeah.
So I would put it on bags.
Sure.
But
So 7 dice. Hit on 3s.
so 5,
So 5 hits.
vicious.
I save on 5s. I save 1, take 4.
Yep.
So Ash is still alive.
Yep.
So the crux here is you're probably not going to kill them. Vicious plus corpse pile brings them to a 6. You pass.
They're a 3 natively?
There are 3 because of Iron Resolve and
Sure.
Pillage
All right.
Token.
And then I try it with
And
Melisandre.
then
I
you
take
try
2 wounds.
Melisandre. Does Melisandre add any negatives?
-2.
-2, 3 from the corpse pile. I pass.
Pass that one,
So
okay.
then they're dauntless.
Then yeah. Then you're
Yeah, and then I still have What is Dead in my hand.
Mhm.
So you probably wouldn't have killed them, but I would have scored to 10, and you would have scored off the middle, moving them onto the middle objective. So 10-3. What I'd say would be the
Sure.
end.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, Good game. You had some rough rolls in there, and I think you just didn't know a lot of what my guys did.
I don't want to blame my dice on anything. My Lightbringers rolled really well.
The Lightbringers were rolling hot, but I mean, that attack was ridiculous. You didn't score anything off that attack. Or the failed
That's
charge.
because I failed the charge.
Attack there, where they just rolled like ones and twos with one hit.
I failed the charge over there, failed the charge over here. But
there
to be
was
honest,
definitely some rough
that's
rolling.
just the kind of game this is, and I can't get mad about that.
That's true. Dice get hot and they get cold.
Like, I don't know. I'm here to have fun today.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I learned a lot.
Yeah. You're very good for a newer player, too. That was...
Well, if you
honestly,
want my humble brag, it's probably because I've played... So are you familiar with Malifaux?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so Malifaux is like a really competitive skirmish minigame, and the thing that I love about Malifaux is we use cards instead of dice.
Okay.
So there's a lot... L-A-N-D-O-N.
D-O-N?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you use cards.
You use cards instead of dice. You get a control hand, which essentially lets you substitute the cards that you flip with, the cards that you draw at the beginning of the turn.
Yeah.
So you get to control kind of the randomness of the game to an extent.
Yeah.
And so I play a lot of that, but I probably the first or second best player at that in the U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. So I'm okay.
I mean, it makes sense. So, there's a lot of stuff that you're doing where it's like, oh, you already understand that mechanic. Okay,
yeah.
so that's not what
I played a lot of mini games. I just, don't know this one yet.
Yeah, this one's it takes a little bit of getting used to. The cards add an element I like a lot about it.
Oh, I really love this game, having played a little bit of it. I mean, I'll put it down saying it's not as competitive as Malifaux, but that's a good thing for me. I don't need that many competitive games. And I think this hits a really, really tight spot of being just easy enough to pick up, play, and learn, but still have a lot of edge to it with the cards and the rank and flank stuff. It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
But man, that was a rough game.
That was rough. Rough ones do come. And I think that everybody here honestly today has had a lot of trouble with this list.
Gotcha. So in your opinion, did I pick the right of my two lists to play on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think your other list with a low activation count would not have done well.
That was my instinct.
Especially if you didn't have. I assume that list had Olenna. Without Olenna, I'm I don't know what that list would have done that I would have been scared of.
Gotcha.
This one, although I kind of played it off, my Bowman dying that early, I'm ooh, that's not good. In my head, because there's a lot of stuff that if the dice didn't turn for me over here, where I was able to murk off Stannis' unit, if I wasn't able to do that, that could have gotten pretty iffy for me in the middle.
Yeah, I thought, what I probably could and should have done was instead of having Stannis go to the middle with your other guys, about just consolidating over here and destroying that unit.
Yeah, I think the Lightbringer should have helped over with that unit. That would have been pretty rude donk.
Yeah. But I had already dedicated Stannis to the middle there at that point in time. I just didn't expect those 5-up saves to be so nasty.
Yeah, the main nasty thing is really these guys. Those guys survived, but you weren't putting a lot of resources into those guys.
Yeah.
If you had your Lightbringer shoot them a couple times, they would have melted away.
I'm sure.
I'm going to look at what your Olenna list was again. Or not Olenna, Renly list.
Literally no way.
So Eldon with Stag Knights, I'm not scared of.
I literally think these are
Rose Knights are fine.
no stats, right?
Fine. Yeah, I'm not scared of that list.
Yeah, that's fair.
You had Marjorie. I read that as Olenna for some reason, but that list has good morale, which is nice, and you do a lot of that same kind of Dauntless and.
Yeah, that's exactly the whole idea. Is that I just heal back the guys over and over again and slowly pick you apart.
Yeah, Rose Knights used to have Stubborn Tenacity, I think.
What's that?
The thing where Asha has it, where she is doing a wound back when she passes a morale check.
The way I get that is by getting Dauntless with the attachment there.
Yeah, well, yeah, Dauntless was healing it, but I thought they used to have Stubborn Tenacity as well, which does a wound back.
Oh.
So then you're locked in combat with Rose Knights.
When they heal, they do a wound. So it's
there it is. Yeah, okay. I was there's something that they do that does that.
Yeah. So they were really nasty against everybody who was running their 3-up save type guys. So I just skipped that.
Yeah, and there's stuff that is nasty against Greyjoys, but for this kind of list for Greyjoys, it's not scary because it's a healing list. My other list, I have Drowned Men, which are a solo tray unit, and they've only got 4 wounds. For them, direct wounds sucks because they only got 4 wounds.
So was it a card that gave you precise on those Golden Company guys?
Yes, that was
Okay.
Kraken's Wrath.
Gotcha. Yeah, not knowing about that and trying to send my 2+ unit into there was nasty.
Yeah, that was a big one for me where I'm like, oh, I could just precise him down because that's honestly how I've killed the Mountain a few times, Mountain that rides,
Gotcha.
because he's very good as well. He's got a nice tough save, but also when I have that kind of unit against me, I'm going to just pile attacks onto it because in my experience, it's just you just have to try and then eventually it'll just have a bad roll and die.
Yeah, I was hoping to try and get him to just tie you up on that objective, but it clearly did not work out that way for me in any sense.
Well, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to know because I assumed with that guy you were just going to kind of keep him on an objective and score off of it. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
that was
a fair
originally my plan, but if I was just sitting here trying to score and you're sitting there scoring and you're shooting me every turn, that's not a trade I'm winning.
play. Yeah, that's true.
So I got to make something happen there.
Yep, that's fair. Yeah, Greyjoys are interesting right now, and I don't think you made terrible choices. I think you fell for the same bait that everyone has today, which is charging the Silencemen with a unit that doesn't Alpha Strike, because Wardens aren't going to do jack.
Yeah, my thought there wasn't that I really wanted to get into melee and start doing damage to you. It's that one of us has to be on the middle objective.
And you wanted to be
I
it.
wanted to be that one. And I was hoping that I could just be somewhat tanky through it. But
Yeah.
did those guys have rerolls?
Silencemen?
Yeah.
They got rerolls when I initially attacked with them because I played Kraken's Wrath. That was
Okay,
my
you have
other
a
use
card
of
that
that.
gives them reroll. Yeah, so that was also part of the thing that I didn't
It
take
was
into
because
account.
I did 2 Kraken's Wraths, both in the same round, because you controlled swords.
Yeah,
If I controlled swords, then I only get precision and not the rerolls.
gotcha.
It's still a good card.
Yeah, no, I mean, the rerolls threw me off because I was hoping that you would just, actually miss enough to make Counter-Strike worthwhile. Then
Sure.
I'm holding the point. And, I think at that point in time, I also didn't know I couldn't just be handing you a token every turn. So
Right.
that's really important information.
That was boisterous charisma.
Yeah.
That's a trouble boy today. A lot of people have not like that. The worst was Ian with his Martel because they can't do anything. Everything they have targets.
Gotcha.
And these 2 units are very dangerous when you can't do anything to them, especially the Silencemen.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a fan I am of that as a mechanic. There's not a lot of mechanics in this game, so just like having something that turns 2 of them off all the time is
it's
bad.
interesting. It's an interesting choice, and it's only a very recent mechanic. It's not
Gotcha.
It's not very common. Renly has it. Renly, the charismatic heir, I think is.
Okay.
Or maybe it's Lord Paramount. I think it's Lord Paramount. It's the one where he's got his helmet on.
Sure.
He's got that. I highly recommend it against Martells and Lannisters.
Okay.
I've been playing it a lot against Baratheons because I'm like, for Greyjoys, like, Final Strike friggin' sucks. I hate Final Strike. But I mostly play against a Lannister guy. It's like, there's Lannister stuff that ties into it, but he's just like, it doesn't matter too much because his guys, like, they're not afraid of Final Strike, for example.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a different thing to consider with each faction.
I hear you.
But no, I think you have a very good grasp from what I saw. There was a lot that you were doing where I'm like, oh, he's doing stuff that I'm not anticipating.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Okay.
I mean, the one thing that confused me maybe was the Faithful, because I think you should have been more aggressive with them.
Yeah, I don't know what I wanted to do with them, to be honest.
I don't know if they're a very good unit, to be honest.
I think they're pretty trash, having played a couple of games with them now.
Yeah.
The best thing they do is let the bow shoot again when they die, and that's not great.
How many points are they? Are they 6?
They're way too expensive. I think they might be... There's no way they're 7, right? I'm going to hope they aren't 7.
No, they're not 7. They're definitely not.
They're
either
definitely
5
at
or
least...
6.
They're 6.
That's too expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, in retrospect, if I were to build a list again, I wouldn't include them.
Yeah.
I don't think they really impressed me when I played them in my first game on Wednesday.
Okay.
But I didn't know what else to throw in.
Yeah. That reminds me, I need to total up the death. So Kingsman with, is it Parman the Purple, or who's that?
I'll make it easy for you. I have 9 points of NCUs, and you killed everything else.
Except I didn't kill
you didn't kill the
Lightbringers.
Lightbringers. So
they're a 8 point.
They're an 8 point.
So and you had
killed 23 points of stuff.
23?
So I have 9 NCUs, and you
23.
didn't kill 8. So.
Yep. And then you killed my bows with Euron. That's 5.
So do those stay? Oh, those 5-point archer is pretty decent.
4-point archers with a 1-point attachment.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they used to be really, really, really good, and now they're like kind of okay. The main thing is just that they're 4 points.
Right. Yeah, I'm just thinking 4 points is a
4 points, dice on
great
table.
investment for just a ranged unit you can park on an objective somewhere.
Yeah. So they're
That's why
still
they suck at armor and morale.
and morale because they can't attack at long range. They get rerolls in flank and rear, which is good, and then they have that share the spoil, so they can send out
Or
pillage.
Yep.
And then Euron makes them start with 2, but they take wounds. So Euron's kind of the new warehouse manager for Greyjoys
gotcha.
because he just sends them all. What's that?
Oh, it was slaughter.
It was at the start. Like I said, I was a little worried because his Lightbringers just melted my Ironborn bows. But that's kind of the point of my Ironborn bows to a degree. So then after that, it kind of went bad.
After that, I made some questionable decisions and had some bad rolls.
Is that what it is?
You, get to play every Baratheon player today?
Yes, sheets.
Well, I mean, if he does, then he knows his list can handle Baratheon.
Yep.
You have to fill that out.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Did I score? I scored what? You said 3
You said
points?
3, yeah.
3 VP?
10 to 3. You destroyed 5 points.
5 points. Yep, that's not going to look great for my diff. And I apologize. What was your name?
Alex.
Yeah.
Alex K.
K. I knew that. Yep.
Got one more of these under that, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I pick it up already?
Perhaps. Or it's in a tray somewhere. It's in a tray here.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead and send the bar. What do you mean? Literally charge back. Yep.
So, if we both agree that the R'hllor guys without bows, the R'hllor whatever's faithful, aren't that good, what would you replace them with?
Yeah, Sentinels actually are pretty good now at 5 points.
Okay.
I would definitely try them out.
Question: why the heck did they have to lose those guys at second rank when Halberdiers don't? But
Because
it's like now Lannister Halberdiers have 2 more dice at second rank, and they have a better order in my opinion.
because I don't know an answer for it.
3 games I've used my Sentinel order once.
I have not used my Sentinel just because I keep forgetting about it.
I did it once just because I originally moved back so that my opponent couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then when they attack another unit, I Sentinel up and I'll block off another unit from charging into that same unit so you couldn't double team them. I'm like, yeah, you can charge them, that's fine, but you're not double teaming my other unit.
Yeah. Activation banners. Well, if it's Baratheon, I'm probably going to play this list.
Seems to work.
It's beating other Baratheon players. Borp. And it's beating now Stannis side and Renly side. Asha Commander and Silencemen. Balon, Makoro, Wendemir. Golden Company Crossbows and Braun. Euron Attachment and Bows. Golden Company Officer and Reavers. It's worked pretty well so far, I gotta say.
Make a list for it, it's like, because since I'm Baratheon, take Renly Lord Paramount, and then the Golden Company and be like, everybody has it, you can't touch it.
Yeah, somebody posted a list like that for Greyjoy where it's Asha they're all in Reavers, so Golden Company Officers and Reavers. It's like, you don't get to touch anything.
No,
I don't like that.
You're just going to have to try and deal with my glass cannon army, and God, I hope I don't get melted, but I'm probably going to.
Reminds me of my least favorite 40k change that they had towards the end of 9th Ed, which no longer exists in 10th, but where they had Armor of Contempt, where your opponent's AP just didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
I
just hated 9th edition in general for 40k.
That's fair, I guess. I'm not the biggest 40k guy to begin with, so.
No, I play it kind of for fun. But I kind of like 10th edition because it's more fun for me.
I feel like 10th edition
it's like streamlined.
feels
I don't have to
closer
think
to
as
this.
hard. It does. It feels like they took a lot of stuff. Like the battle shock test is just a panic test.
I feel like, yeah, they took that directly.
Well,
It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Well, yeah, and then they
it's
also
a much
just,
simpler way of doing
basically
leadership than whatever their old archaic
unified
way
all
was.
of the 6 rules.
No, it doesn't. Only I find like the only faction that matters for is someone who's like knights or towering, where it's like they need something to break up whatever is claiming an objective, and battle shock.
Well, if there's only going to be one undefeated, I can still try and end the day 3-1 and.
Well, I don't know. Depends on how the last one goes.
But
I don't
I'm
know.
happy
What it'll
because
be.
like I'm already 3-0, so I don't have to. Even if I lose 3-1, okay, I did good.
Yeah, I'm completely happy ending 3-1.
Playing with house money.
Yeah.
I'm playing with house money. I borrowed all these miniatures. This has been a great time.
Oh, you forgot Mel and Varys.
Oh, yeah,
over here?
probably want those.
Is this yours?
That is not mine. I don't think. So I've
There's
got
two D3s over here. I don't know whose those are.
maybe that was just at the table because all of my dice are
Okay,
nightly in this
perfect.
box.
Then they are just D3s.
Well, this was a terrible matchup for her, but she did delete something or help me delete. No,
Yeah.
you passed that test.
No, did I?
You
I
passed
did.
the Mel
yeah,
test,
I passed
yeah.
the Mel test.
She
did
almost
something.
worked.
She did damage to the Reavers over
The
there.
Reavers never were in danger, so.
They were down to like kind of mid-low ranks, and then I did a bunch of heals on them. I put some resources over there.
They would have been better if I could have put any tokens on his entire list.
Yeah, he brought the Stannis mark target kind of list where it's like, I want to send a token there. Well, you can't because of boisterous.
So
charisma.
it's like, I can't give him panic, so I can't really guarantee that Mel works.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it wasn't One True King. It was Tactical Approach Stannis.
The Rightful Heir.
Mark target?
Yeah.
Yeah, it targets an enemy.
Yeah, I'm saying that one can't do anything.
Yeah.
Everything else can.
Oh, you also had, was it Parma? Massey who
has
threatened.
the threaten. So
Yeah, that
those
one.
were my ways to get tokens out. Then
Because then he
try
can
and-
change the token when it's on a unit,
Yeah.
but he needs to get it out on the unit. And it
The other mistake I made early on was I didn't realize I couldn't target you with orders at that point in time.
Yeah, that's true.
So I
that
discarded
was
the
a big
one where I substitute the crown zone with tokens, and that was a terrible, terrible misplay on my part. That
actually gets around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
so
would've
that's
been-
why I'm saying like
Target the zone, not.
Oh, I thought you meant
I didn't
like the,
know I needed that for the matchup at the time.
Yeah, okay, I can see
That
that
card
one
changes
from.
the zone.
Yeah.
Zone's a
Yeah.
target.
Yep.
It's like we do not so changes the zone, and then yeah.
And that I
The
think
zone
could have
was
really
the-
helped me out in the game.
That
we
could
played,
have,
but
yeah, that could have started some
I
stuff.
didn't
Get some
use it
momentum going at
appropriately.
least.
That I fished out for the tactical approaches because I figured I could just put tokens on you and start
Yeah,
getting
and
damage.
start
through.
doing the tactical
It
approach
was
stuff.
Just not.
I kind of like that build, but I've played against it like 3 times in tournaments, and each time I haven't really had too. I haven't been too close.
Again.
Oh, am I gonna play it again? That's fine.
I think your list might just be good against it.
Maybe. Well, the other
It's hard to
times I
say. I
played.
don't have Massey, so I'm not putting out the weakness. So you're just shutting down my mark target,
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's fine.
which
Well-
I don't care about. That last game I used it once the entire game because he kept. I was the only one on one side of the board, so I'm just like, I'm just sitting on an objective and nothing's in long range, so I'll just sit here and farm points.
Yeah.
So we're going to activate the start a turn. We'll use the mark target and make it go.
While this unit has at least one destroyed rank and may never be targeted by enemy
Yep.
orders, action cards, or the influence
Um,
of use while it has only one.
I don't know what time is it.
And then we'll
6.
you want to 2 points.
I mean, 2 points I can see. Like, not that it's a bad ability, but
And my sword mentions
2 points is
a token.
no one breaks 2
So,
points.
actually, I'm going to put vulnerable on there. Some neutral. And now you become vulnerable from Golden Company. Yeah, they're 1 point. And they give almost the same dice. The only difference is they give something morale wise. They give better. They give.
Whew.
He gives extra.
Yep. I think the thing I've taken away from playing this list twice is that I like Lightbringers. They're good.
I find them very difficult. I came for nothing, and then I came for the whole.
Well, I've played 2 games and I've hit the hit. I assume if I play again, I'll hit the miss.
I mean, the one game I played this tournament, they were okay. They finished off the back 9 unit after you used the board. They're kind of three models. I'm like, well, let's just shoot at you and see what happens. Oh, I killed you. Cool. But then they died because that was the wall mission, and I was just sitting on objective and they died from hits to the wall.
Yeah. That'll happen too.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, again, fuck it.
I only got off the ship.
So secondary, as far as this is obviously a 4-0 for you, I'm assuming. On secondary, so I'm more into the tiebreaker.
Yes, well, yeah, because it was a crush.
So that puts me at 8 points on that, I think.
8 points secondary.
By the environment.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about my overall tournament placement. Got 2 wins, 8 points on secondaries, and like a mid-50s on units destroyed. I have no idea if that's good or if that's,
Yeah, I never know when units destroyed until the end. Depends on how many people just table everybody else around him.
Yeah.
Looks like you're at 7. Oh, secondary's 8. When you're in 3rd right now. Units destroyed points. I am also winning on that. Next closest is the Night's Watch player, I think. Oh, then Spencer. It's the 3rd and the guy I'll be playing last round. Presumably.
So you just have to smash Spencer hard enough that I can creep back up into those rankings. No pressure.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, if you get a crushing victory and it's like, even like a, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'd have to crush him pretty hard. What's he got for his list? Stannis list, Sentinels, Champs, Blade Men,
Would you like a damage dealer? Would you like a healer? Would you like a spellcaster?
Chiefs,
What else? What about like somebody good at like skill?
Patchface seemed really good, and I would have included him if I knew the game at all.
Yeah, if you knew what cards to.
But like that's one of those things where I can't just like. I'd have to play him and be like, "Can you tell me what the best card in your deck is, please?"
Yeah.
What do you think I should call?
Yeah. For Greyjoys, it's like, I want to kill this unit. I would have Patchface call what is dead. And then the player will just get letters. Like, oh, well.
You can just choose it off.
But what is dead is probably the best card. You know, card of dead.
So, yeah, I would have considered that guy over Melisandre, but one seemed easier to use.
Yeah.
And that's just something I got to be honest with myself on when I'm still learning the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you'll identify cards for each faction that matter a lot. And then, like, with Patchface, it seems like a lot of the time it's just like, I'm just going to call the same card every round because I'm terrified of this card. So it's like, for Martells, it's probably like Rising Temps or Unvowed, Unbent, and Broken. For Lannisters, it's like Counterplot, probably, just because they're like so obnoxious. Night's Watch, I'm going to take your pick. All the cards are kind of bullshit.
That seems to be the consensus.
I had a problem with Night's Watch before, and I got another problem. Fine,
Well, so
I
it didn't go
guess.
away. It was going to like 3 days like that, like 2 weeks. So we still had a fight that's normal. They were kind of janky to get. Like we gotta use it.
Well, I'm just hoping I play against another faction I haven't seen next round so I can get a better idea of what this game's like.
Yeah. I mean, you were in 3rd, so presumably you'll play against the 4th place person. I would think, unless you've already played them.
I don't know if I trust the rankings yet or on the website, right?
Yeah.
They're not.
I mean, I assume that you fixed all of it, all the ranking stuff.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
It looks like the
Pretty
first
sure
year
you were ranked going into this match. You were ranked number 1.
Maybe once
Lucky me.
Yeah, actually, because you would have been ahead of me on secondaries. And then
Not
No, we
secondary.
would've
It's
tied
on
up.
points killed.
points killed.
I think by literally 1 point.
Yeah,
I think it was
because
like 44 to 43 or something.
you would have had 43. I killed 42. That would have been 42. Yeah, you were ahead of me by 1 point of units destroyed.
On the
That's
third
funny.
tiebreaker.
drop the Baptist girls with
Yeah, so I think you'll be playing against Lucas with Targaryens.
Okay. Well, you see Targaryens.
He's doing good. Targaryens are in a rough spot right now. He's in fourth. That's good.
Okay. Any advice? Cards to look out for? General play patterns?
He'll probably play Drogo as his commander. Drogo's a cavalry commander, so he'll be in a cavalry unit, probably veterans.
Okay.
Their main mechanic is that they do, as cavalry, they get to do a free maneuver.
Yep. I'm familiar with how they work. I've got one in both of my
So
lists.
they also have quick fire as an order.
Okay.
After they take a maneuver, they can shoot.
Oh,
They
okay.
got little short range bows.
To be able to see lists on your guys' side?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Probably look at his list. I'm assuming
I was
this is
gonna
what
say
it's
you're
like.
describing everything not in his list.
Oh, really? He doesn't have that?
I just don't want you to go into it and be like, all right, I know all this stuff.
And none of it's
so he's
useful.
playing Queen of Marine. And, he's got Golden Company everywhere. Yeah, so he's got dragons.
Okay.
That's in one list.
Ignore all your armor.
Dragons ignore armor, they deal direct wounds with dragon fire.
Fun.
They're all vicious as well, and they'll typically throw out tokens. But they are pretty susceptible to just getting messed up. Like, dragons aren't entirely
How many wounds do dragons have?
8 and then 4 of 6.
There's a lot of
4 up
wounds.
armor save. They don't have anything that reduces the wounds they take either, because like giants and drowned men are solo twins that reduce that. So like that's not too bad to kill them.
Oh, so they hit on 2s and just do a D3 wounds. Okay.
Yeah, and then additional wounds based on rates, I think.
This thing counts as having some number of ranks. Or no, it's plus 1 wound for each of the enemy ranks.
Yeah, so like if you're at full ranks, it's like they could do 6 wounds to you. It's pretty good. But if you're only at 1 rank, they do D3 plus 1, so you might survive an attack.
Gotcha.
But one of his lists has 2 dragons, so Drogon throws out I think a blue panic token when he attacks, and Rhaegal probably throws out a weaken token when he attacks. Yeah, weaken token.
Okay.
So they both do that. Unsullied swordsmen.
What happens when you make them lose that roll? Can you make them lose that
No,
roll?
because that's innate. So you can't lose innate rules.
Okay.
That's a little hard. So like boisterous charisma also has that. So ironically, like if there was something that you could do, you can't get rid of it because it's innate.
Well, there is something that I could do because I can pull tokens off to get rid of rules, right? But that's
Right. Yeah. Like in that case, it doesn't get rid of
Right,
that
because
because
you
it's
can't.
innate. It's like cavalry; you can't lose their cavalry.
Gotcha.
Unsullied swords masters are really good. They always get a reroll attacks.
Okay.
I don't think you can actually spend weaken tokens on them. And they have precision.
Huh? Yeah, you cannot.
And they maintain good dice as well. And they have decent. They have good morale.
876. That's a lot. All right.
Yeah.
Those seem
So
good.
they're really good. Their main problem is that they're usually not very well supported by the Targaryen deck.
Gotcha.
Grey Worm and Golden Company Swordsman. Do you know about Golden Company Swords?
Yes, I played against those ones today.
Yeah, so
They
they're
seem
a
good.
big meta item right now. Grey Worm, I don't know a huge amount. Boldness and Courage is going to be an extra dice. Counter Strike, you should know that from the Wardens.
Yep.
A lot of their cards have to do with, oh man, that's throwing a lot of people, I'm sure. So Walder is normally pretty bad. He has to be the last activation for the list, and he gets to take a zone, and whatever zone he takes, he can replace it with the effect of any other zone, basically. But if you play in a 3 NCU game versus 3 NCUs,
Then
like
he
the
just doesn't get
tactics
to do it,
board's going to get filled up before he gets to
Right.
go.
But against my list, that will be pretty good because I only have 2 NCUs. So he
Correct.
just gets to go last and do anything he wants with Boulder Frame.
I at 3 is going to bring an additional zone into the play called the Tower of the Undying, something like that. Warlock Tower. I don't know if they have it on here. They don't. But he'll bring that little tower thing.
Okay.
It's an additional zone. They just updated him, and I'm not too familiar with his rules. But it seems like if anyone else claims that zone, it kind of sucks. But if he claims it, it's pretty good.
Okay.
And it's an additional zone, so he's always going to be able to, even if you had a 3 NCU list, which I don't think you do,
There is
you'd be able to
I
play
had
it always.
Tycho, he had Grass Turkey,
So,
auto 7.
So-
then he's got Grey Worm, or he's got a 2 NCU list
hit us.
with Daenerys, Queen of Marine,
And then we just
or Andal,
rating
a lot of cavalry in this list.
regroup, reform, foreign.
Unsullied Pikemen is set for charge. Any Unsullied units are good, they're just not well supported. Illyrio will heal. He can replace any zone he takes with basically bags,
Gotcha.
but a little bit different.
No new rounds.
Doesn't
Finish
have
up the
Illyrio
round
there.
you're on.
That's a weird combo. Daenerys on Bird will be able to give dragons additional attacks.
Okay.
That's her zone replacement. She's another zone replacer.
And you can just heal dragons the same way you heal everything else with like bags and stuff.
Yep, and it heals. So on them, it's kind of better because like if you do 3 wounds damage and they heal 3 wounds, like, that's a bigger chunk of damage for them.
Yep.
But like dragons, like these bowmen, 4-point bowmen, I've killed dragons with these guys before.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if you get in the flank with these guys, they can rerolls. All 6 dice hit. There used to be a finger dance used to work on ranged units, which is just fantastic because it then allowed me to throw vulnerable whenever they shot. Basically, vulnerable dragon, kill it 1 attack because it loses all of its saves and then it fails its panic check.
seems good.
Yeah, so like dragons, if they get caught out, they can get squished. I don't know. Your 2 lists. You got that weird 6-act list. 1, 2. I think he's just got 7-act lists. He does have 7-act lists. Your 6-act list might be dangerous if he picks the dragons, because if he just powers on attacks with the dragons, I don't know that you're gonna have a whole lot.
Roll the mission here.
Okay.
I mean, there's some Fire and Blood. Did we do that one?
We did not.
Fire and Blood is
killing
from
one.
4.
Cool. So which units of his am I supposed to mark?
Oh, yeah. Which ones would you mark? Well,
Do I
depends
mark
on
the
the
dragons
list.
because they die and they probably don't get to use their
In that
rules?
list, you might want to mark the dragons because the tokens that they get as additional things aren't very good.
Right,
for
because they
dragons.
just roll dice and then it just,
Yeah, because like they'll get I'm precise. Well, that doesn't matter. Really.
So maybe he won't. Maybe he just won't play that list. I don't know.
Yeah, if he
Worry
plays
about
this
playing that
list, Stormcrow Mercs kind of suck. Outriders and Screamers can die quick. Pikemen and Flayedmen are going to hang around. Outriders got fluffed. They're an cavalry archer unit,
Okay.
so they might just be able to stay out of combat.
Do they shoot 6
They're
or
the
the full
fact
12?
that like every game has
If they don't do their cavalry move, they shoot 12. But if
Okay.
they do their cavalry move, they shoot 6.
Okay.
It's a special thing that they get because they're
Gotcha.
cavalry.
there's like
I think they're precise now. That was an update for that.
Seems good. Just precise archers.
Yeah. Oh, and they get +1 to hit if they don't do their cavalry. So if they don't do their cav move, they get all that. So they normally hit on 4s. They'll go to 3s, precise, and long range. Pretty good now. They used to be worse. Screamers, really basic cavalry. They just have stunning now.
So I'm noticing these units all seem to have really good morale and really terrible saves.
Yes, they get that. And honestly, there's not a huge amount of heals. Like their deck doesn't have the heals that Greyjoy does.
they'll be
Illyrio's got heals,
Okay.
and he's got Peter, so he might
They will be
trying to do some bag
impossible
tricks.
to win.
I don't know what Daenerys' cards are. That's what against Serena.
I think I saw she has counterplot.
Wait.
I'm not sure which of his lists he's going to play. If he plays the Dragons list, I'd put Mark the Dragons, because it forces him to bring the Dragons into the fight if he wants to get good stuff rolling.
Yep.
And if
So what do I play?
if he's that's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Because if he brings his dragons,
my
I
God,
don't
they
know that
changed
his
it?
6-act is going to be great.
Oh wait, where's the reward was fine.
Because I feel like the dragons might just
Wait, why'd they make it better? That's like one of the better cards.
they don't care about armor saves on Rose Knights. They're just gonna burn right through their
It's funny. Like, look at other factions.
But that list
see all
also
these decks.
heals better.
Heals a crap ton.
Yeah.
Right? When you look at other factions,
Yeah.
like, look at all their choices.
So I don't know. I'm not sure which of the two lists.
That's right. I appreciate the commentary.
Yeah, I'm not super experienced on fighting charts. I haven't played against them a whole lot.
Heal if you pass.
And I'm playing with Baratheon.
It's one of the best cards the deck has. and they buffed it.
Well, you're getting plenty of experience today.
I mean, I say that, but I actually have played against
That card
them
has
a whole ton.
grown on me.
I just always forget what they do.
So these guys have
Set for charge.
They gain. No, this is totally they gain a condition tip. Then you're
blocks +1 hit.
Oh my, hold on.
Rating ranks. Okay.
What? So you can
So that's pretty tanky.
take away a token and have put two.
So
I guess
That's
thank you
also
for having
one of
4
the
saves.
better-
yeah,
No,
if
they
you can
shouldn't.
get repeated attacks on them, shield wall's in order. They
That
only do
piece of
one.
shit.
Yeah.
Ironically, shield wall also targets
Oh, yeah,
the
roll the
attacker. So if you have
attack
boisterous
And
charisma,
Okay. I'm so charismatic, you can't lift your shield up.
Yeah. Oh, I just gotta lower my shield.
He's too hot. I have to stare at him. I can't block him.
That's
Yeah, I don't know.
You automatically get the
Yeah, targs are interesting.
I might just play this list again because I'm dissatisfied with the game I had with it.
Sure. You want to see if there's a redeeming bit to it? I mean, like,
But
the Faithful
the,
actually might be decent against dragons because you do auto hits back
Yep.
if they attack you, and that's interesting. If nothing else,
the timing on that I think is just really unfortunate
what's the timing?
because it's before resolving that attack. So I have to have already taken damage before I can hit the second time to get it to work.
Yeah, because it's not like before you panic test or something.
Yeah,
That would
no,
probably be ideal.
That's fair.
which is the problem I've had with them is exactly what you did this game, where someone charges them in melee, and I'm like, all right, well, at least I can put some hurt on you if you hit me again.
Yeah.
And then they just shoot them to death, and I go, well, these guys are not worth 6 points.
No, they're not. Yeah, they are
It
not
has
worth
nothing
6
to do with
points.
the opponent.
Yeah, I think Sentinels would be a better investment now that they're 5. That'd be interesting. I haven't played around with Sentinels though.
Maybe I'm just incredibly salty, but I feel like they're probably worth 4 points. But I know nothing about this game.
The more faithful?
Yeah.
Because of their morale, they're not. But otherwise, I don't like it. Because you can look at like War Fellows. They're a Lannister unit. And they're with their 4 points. There's some odd similarities between them and the War Faithful. Because they also have a faith mechanic. And there's like, lets them deal precision on attacks or something. It's like, yeah, it's not they used to be better. But more faithful should not be they could be fine easily. Or maybe. I think they just don't want to give Baratheons an easy 4-point unit.
Sure. Beyond just the solo thing.
You got the noble for 4 points, but that's the only 4-point unit.
And you only take 2 of those.
Yeah, and it's only 4-point unit like all of Baratheon. So they're trying to avoid the 4 points.
Yeah, 4-point units just seem really efficient. So
Yeah. So that's something that you notice, especially if you play against free folk. There's a lot of free folk. A lot of those lists are about maximizing activations, so you just out-activate your opponent. Their biggest threatening commander is Varamir Sixskins, because oddly you pay for him as commander, because he's 5 points, but you get reactivations for those 5 points, because you get Varamir, who rides on a bear, you get the Shadow Cat, and you get his Wolf Pack, which are all 3 different unit trays.
there you go.
It's like, that's super
And they
cheap.
could be, you know, the worst units in the game, but 3 of them for 5 points is a really great rate.
Yeah, because then you force your opponent to make some bad choices, going up the board, getting into a disadvantaged position. It used to be that the base unit for free folk raiders, they are 4 points. They used to have insignificant as a rule, which meant if they died, you don't get a victory point for killing them.
That seems really powerful.
Yeah, it was incredibly annoying because it's worst comes to worst, it's a 12 wound tray, and you can shove it up the board and not care about it. You're not going to lose any victory points or not. Counts towards your unit's destroyed, but who cares? Then it used to be as well that they had a card called Endless Horde, where if they claimed horse, they could replace it with Endless Horde, and that just called in a new group of dudes. Just free folk raiders make it with no extra thing. It's just like, I claim horse, here's some freaking raiders. I like your painting. Especially with the basing, like little like logs and stuff you put in.
I just finished all that last night. Unfortunately, I forgot my patch base because I thought it was Davos, so I had to borrow his patch base.
But you have Davos.
I mean, I like Avos, but I tend to forget that I have him,
Yeah.
so I don't ever use his orders. But I do understand that they're good.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually have orders I want to shut off? Yes, let's shut off.
I guess maybe I just should have used my.
I only seem to remember when it's like, oh, you have shield wall or supremacy of some kind. That's something I want to shut off.
I guess. I could do Fire and Blood.
I think it's a lot for you.
Fire and Blood, Winds of Winter. I'm assuming I am.
Well, there's no other.
That's I mean, we're the only undefeated, so. That's,
So when you have your unit back from the dead, I assume it still counts as destroyed for anything boring. Like,
Yeah, so technically you can
destroy it twice.
destroy it twice and get a bunch of extra points.
I mean, if you guys want to start setting up, you're more than welcome.
I think that's the thing with this.
We'll see how it goes. I think some people are ready to be done.
I mean, with this, with what this tournament is, it's gotta go through everything. If people want to leave, they can, but then the prize support is going to be given out.
Yes, let me grab my book. Can I get an IOU?
I wish.
Well, the coordinated ones you can do.
Do we know what the mission is yet?
Fire and Blood.
Okay, so it is murder.
It is.
I did roll
I'm
it.
just debating if I
It's
want to
I like Fire and Blood. It's a quick
use my other list because it's
Just-
Fire and
what do we
Blood,
do?
and I don't like
We
this
beat
list
the
of Fire
shit
and
out of each
Blood.
other. How? With our hands. Maybe how'd you get that?
I got absolutely slaughtered.
Fire and Blood can be interesting to run my other one.
Greyjoy?
I think I might.
I walked up with Stannis and I said, I'm going to mark you and mark target. And he said, no, you can't do that.
Although this is a
Well, I'm gonna mark
Victoria
that
list,
guy.
it's much
No, you
more
can't do
fighty
that.
and killy.
And I went,
Much more, I just attack.
Yeah.
Hopefully you stop saving.
Yeah, pretty much.
All abilities attack cards.
When you have 4 attack cards in a deck.
4 attack cards, pretty good. Double silenced men, pretty good.
Yeah, there was a point where he attacked 3 times in a row before I got the shot.
oh yeah, that sounds really cool.
Well, not when you have a 5 up and 6 up set.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
There's no
switch
hope.
lists.
Which up you're up?
That's like 22 attacks.
Yes,
Three
you're up.
rounds.
Yeah.
Sure, this list is going 2-0
This list gone 3-0, but I think in Fire and Blood, I don't want to do this list in Fire and Blood. And I want to try out the Vic list at least once.
I lost.
But, and then if
I
I
already
lose,
played Massey. That was my second game. when played
I killed
Massey.
one unit.
if I lose with it, then it's
Yeah,
gonna be like,
I
oh, it's
killed
because I
one
switched to
unit
my
as
Vic list.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
stayed on my Asha
I almost
list.
killed 2.
You
Like,
gotta
an
have
excuse.
these conditions taken care of.
Yeah.
I blame that
Yeah, easy out.
I'm related to that guy.
He rolls worse than you do, which is saying something because
There was a month.
that's the same guy that in the beginning of the game he had 2 models left on the table. Right? I had 4 units of company. 3 of them at like 6 and 7, 1 of them at 4. I lost. I got tabled because I charged him with all 4 of them in the beginning. Course files. We're not course files. Well, it is course files. You had to roll 2 dice and take the lowest, but also morale was you take up to the difference up to your morale set. So if you have 7, you take 6.
That's a lot of work.
Holy shit, it is. So I charged and failed 3 times with the almost dead guys. They all killed themselves. And then I charged with the full health Ramsey one, and he separate charged me and one shot me.